Yo, sneaky live episode, everyone. We're doing our monthly goals, and we're not totally strapped for time, but we are on a tightened timesheet, I guess you'd call that. So, gonna start as soon as Juan comes back upstairs. How is everyone at home doing? Hope you're fantastic. Hope you're loving life. Gonna share the link to the Discord, and then we will be ready to rumble. Come over here, and should be streaming now, although my thing is not showing it as streaming. Don't know why. There we go. Now it says it's live. It says it started 49 seconds ago, but it's still not showing up. And I don't know why. This might be one of those ones where it just takes a little minute to get sorted. There she is. There she is. Yo, Karen speaking. Alright. That one can go down there like that. Can minimize that. Cool. And you sent that through, I assume, via the email.
Yep.
Let's go over to here. Gmail. Did I send mine through yet? No, not yet. And gotta add that to Dropbox. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Download that. Put it in the right folder. Monthly goals, May chapters in there. Add to Dropbox. Yeah, add that in there. Go over to here, go there. Is your door open one?
All closed up.
Okay, good. Alright, that one can close. Just need to copy this, and then we will be ready to rumble. Are you ready to rumble?
Are you ready?
Idiot. Paste that in there. I want to copy it, not delete it. Alright. Cool. Alright, you ready to rumble?
Let's do it.
I'll keep one of those on.
I'll run this one.
Yes, please. Good sir. Alright, here we go. 1E.
Welcome back, Mere Mortal, to another edition of the Mere Mortals podcast. We got monthly goals today, again, where we retrospect on the month that was, the goals that came up around that, and the month that will be, which is May. So we're going to reflect on April.
May 2022.
And May 2022. I'm going to kick right into it in terms of my April goals. There was 12 all up. There's 2 remaining. One, which I definitely will not end up completing, which was it was basically the goal around just analyzing, I guess, the people who I'm most hanging out around with, and suited within my soul aspect.
You did say you'd do that?
That particular aspect, I did do a little bit of it, and what I was trying to do was I was trying to effectively count in a day-by-day basis from like a Monday through to a Sunday how often I was spending time with a certain amount of people. But I actually found that probably wasn't giving me the right data that I needed, because after I looked at it for a week, I went, this is pretty nonsensical. Like, how would I actually even use this for any purpose?
Okay.
So I'm going to have to go back and review how I actually want to do it, because I do want to do it, but that particular way didn't prove very fruitful. So I'm going to have to review that for sure. The other one, though, which I might be able to complete tonight, because it's the 30th of April, is I've got a goal, which at the start of the month seemed pretty easy, which was go to 3 different bars. Now I've gone to 1 different bar. I've got to go to 2 different bars. So perhaps tonight we're going to go out for a bit of food. And then I know you're not going, but we might go out elsewhere with people. So perhaps if I can find my way to 2 different bars, I can sign that one off. I don't know if I'm hopeful for that, however. I feel like it might not be. So at least...
You got to be the one pushing it, man. Otherwise, you'll just follow the friend group.
Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see if we can make that happen. But that was April.
There you go. Okay, well, for those who are playing along at home, I didn't set any goals for April because... Let me bring it up on the screen. There we go. There's all my goals.
Yep.
0 goals. And the reason for that was I felt like I was in a pretty good groove and I just didn't need any motivation to continue doing the things. Now, of course, what happens from this? I wouldn't say it's that I got lazy, but maybe slightly unfocused would perhaps be the better way of saying it.
Yep, good.
In which was, I was killing it with the German practice 1 hour a day. After a couple of days, that went away, and I was doing bare minimal, sort of like 10 minutes, if that.
Yep.
What else happened? I decided to help my brother out with painting, and so I've been spending, just this week alone, I'm probably up to 8 hours of painting, maybe 9 hours, and I'll be doing an extra, probably like full day tomorrow. So once again, it was sort of, these were like things cropping up which I didn't particularly
anticipate. Yep.
And now I don't have to help my brother, but if I had maybe set all these goals, I probably would have been reducing the amount of time I was helping him. So this is one of the ones where it was the space got filled with other things. Were these things good or bad? Will I look back in 20 years and say, man, that painting was really what I needed to be doing at that time? Maybe. Who knows? But at the moment, you would probably say, probably not.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's often like, if you don't feel it's something, it's going to get filled up by somebody else.
Yes.
Or something else.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And this wasn't a bad, in terms of space filling ones, if it was because I was playing Agario and Smash Cards, then that would be a problem.
Probably a problem.
But this was a relatively one-off thing, which, okay, it's acceptable.
Can be dealt with. Yep.
But that being said, I am creating some goals for this month.
Okay.
So
let's get straight into it.
Yeah, let's
give me your May
get into
2022 goals.
Well, okay. We'll jump over to here. So let me bring up that screen, and then also wrong one. This one here. Yes. Here we go. So 2022 May goals. The first one is set aside 1 hour per week for approaching. So I've been doing some, going on some dates, meeting some cool girls. That's fine. But once again, it's people just don't seem to like me, and they'll disappear. So I've decided I am doing some approaching, trying to meet some new people. But it's been really kind of haphazard. It's been maybe whilst I'm doing a workout, or maybe at a crypto event, or whilst I'm walking around. It's not dedicated. So I was like, you know what? I will set aside some time. Now, I can set aside the time so that it fits in with the normal routine better, i.e. I'll go for a workout, but then set aside 1 hour before or afterwards
so
to just go around. That's okay. But I do feel like that's something I should probably be spending some more time doing. So that's one. Next one, start boosting new value for value podcasts again. So I have done that in the past a lot more than I have been doing nowadays. Yep. And I would also say that's why you could maybe see some stagnation on our part in terms of not compliance with podcasting 2.0, but signs of new growth, Sir Spencer and Abel in the Craft and things like that. I found those because I was in a period of aggressive searching. Yeah. And there's a lot of podcasts out there. There's a lot of cool people doing cool things. And I should also be joining in on that more. We had a 0 week of Boostergrams last week. I don't want that to happen again. So I need to interact with people, and they will mostly interact back.
Yep.
Especially, I've learned that in the past with the Instagram sort of thing I was doing. This is much better because it's more focused and applied.
Yep.
Another one, find more contrarian viewpoints. So this was related to my crypto goals.
Yep.
And I'm smashing in terms of like education and research. I know so much. I wouldn't say I know so much. I'm aware of a lot of different things and of different arguments, and not super deep on technical stuff, but more the philosophy behind cryptocurrencies and decentralization. I'm pretty bang on top of that. I might be too deep, and I might be too focused in particular on like Cardano, for example. I might be in my own little bubble, especially related to like Twitter, for example. That news feed that I get is almost all Cardano related.
Yep.
So I have been searching out a couple of different viewpoints recently. I found a pretty good thread trashing on Cardano. I was like, this could be useful. I should follow this dude. So I want to find some more of them, more people, get a more balanced view than I'm currently getting, I would say. And maybe even some podcasts if I can find them shitting against cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I feel like that would be hard.
And then I'll send them a boostergram and be like, you motherfucker, take this. The last one is this is related to the goal of getting flexibility, especially the pancake, full pancake, full middle splits, and full pancake and full middle splits. So I want to start doing raised pancakes. I haven't done those before. So that's essentially putting your legs up on 2 blocks or something a little bit higher, and then you can get
all the way down,
even more than 90 degree. Because I'm getting pretty close, man. I'm getting pretty
pancake.
Even fresh. So I like wake up, clean my teeth, go and do some stretching. I'm getting sort of like the upper ribs down, not the abs completely flat, but the upper ribs I can get down without any weights as well. So
yeah, well, okay.
It's getting pretty good. And wall straddle, but I still definitely need way more work on my side splits, or middle splits, if you want to call them that. So, wall straddles are essentially like getting your legs close against the wall and then pushing yourself with your hands so that you're getting your crotch closer to the wall and your legs slide out. There's those machines, I don't know if you've seen them, where you put your legs in and then there's like a screw or a crank in front of you, and you do that and it widens your legs out.
Yep.
This is sort of similar, except I'm just pushing behind me and I'm not.
Yeah.
Haven't got a machine destroying my
my
ligaments and stuff. So those are my first 4.
Good. I'll go through mine because I've got. So normally you would know, perhaps the long-time mere mortal listeners, that I do usually 10 to 12. I've actually got 7. So it's a little bit reduced as well because obviously I am away over in the USA for VCon, America in general. So I got 2 goals for fitness. There's going to be super simple. One, aiming for 20 sit-ups a day and doing 100 a day when I'm overseas. So that's basically going to be like my workout and with a few other things. And I want to, from a stretching perspective, just hold deep front squats positions, just 3 by 60 seconds, basically. Now, that's just on an ongoing basis, basically either daily or at least weekly, but specifically see if I can get myself in a front rack position as well. I'm going to keep going through all 7 of them because it's just 7. 3 in the mind perspective. So that's, I want to be making sure I can take the right items I need to for VCon. So if I need to do interviews. 2, I want to make sure that we're giving out apparel to our most trusted supporters. So that includes potential people at VCon or people who are in the US just because it makes it easier when we're over there. And also,
I wouldn't even say trusted supporters, just like supporters like fanatic supporters or
fair. And then I want to make sure that, so this was an interesting one, travel alone internationally for VCon. So I'm already doing that, but I want to make sure that while I'm traveling around California and a few other places, I don't find myself being like, oh, I want to go with that group, I want to go with this group. It's like, no, I'm like traveling alone sort of thing. So if I'm going to choose to do that, it's less of a group choice. It's like, oh, it's my choice and I want to do that. So I could see myself falling into the trap of just like, oh, because everyone's going to do that, I'm going to do that. That sort of deal.
Gotcha.
And the last 2, there's in the souls. So 1, just want to make sure when I'm listening to speakers, just be really super focused and present. I can envision myself in previous conferences to kind of listen to a few, and then others just like muck around and go to other things. Take your phone
out sort of thing.
Well, not take my phone out, but maybe I'd go network elsewhere or just have food or something like that. Not being there for a conference, being there for everything that's around it. I think there's going to be a lot of value in the conference itself. So just be present.
Gotcha.
And I want to make sure I try to travel because I definitely tend to travel with like a lot more things. So minimal travel. So just fun wardrobe that I can kind of be like, nope, that's just enough of what I need, not more than I need. Because normally I'll probably plan for like, I'll take 3 pairs of shoes just in case because like this suits that and this suits this. If I can be really specific, be like, no, this is the sort of stuff I'm going to be doing, then I'll be super like
and
light
is that
in my travels
normally
as well.
a problem?
No problem, but I just don't want to also cut a lot of things. Plus, there's probably expectation that I might grab a few things while I'm there. So I'd prefer to just be lighter than heavier. And I definitely don't want to get into a problem with like having to bring 2 bags or something like that. Like, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like super light.
If you take 2 bags for a 2-week trip, when I traveled through Latin America with one bag.
The reason why that is on the way back, there's like shoes and stuff that I'm probably going to buy for people, myself, other things. Plus, I'm hearing there's like show bags and all this stuff that VCon's giving away. I don't know what they're going to have in there.
Yeah.
So it's like all this sort of stuff that I'm like, okay, just in case, I'm going to travel super light on the way there.
Makes sense.
Those are the seven goals for me.
Okay, excellent. My last 4 here, when I bring them up. So the perennial one, set up or buy a lightning node. Once again, it's just like it always just falls to the bottom because it's like, maybe if we were getting 100,000 sats every week,
you're like,
then maybe I would. Yeah. But at the moment it's just not that high a priority. But it's the next step in like sovereignty. How do you say that word? Being self-sovereign.
Yeah.
I have finally put up the Value for Value podcast self-hosted.
Yep.
So that's completely up. I switched the feed. It's not on Buzzsprout anymore. So saving myself $5 a month there, although I am paying $5 a month roughly in server costs.
Cool.
But this is something particularly for the book reviews that I'd be looking at, and that would actually save us money, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, at least I've ticked off one of those 2 things, which were hanging around there for, like 4 months. Yeah. So this it's just a constant reminder, to be honest, like do your research, start doing it. 31 hours of German practice. I'm going to try and just jump right back into where I was at.
Cool.
This one I think will be the hardest goal of the whole month, to be honest, just keeping that going because it is just a lot of hours. There was an outdoors dance class that I came across too long ago. It's in the live stream here. Let me bring it up here. So it's at the entrance to the Gallery of Modern Art here. It's got some fancy people doing stuff. And there's a bunch of, there's a bunch of ones. So there's one on the, look at that, all of May, 2nd of May, 7th of May, 9th of May, 14th of May, 16, 21, 23. So if I don't go to one of them, that is not acceptable, I would say, especially because you're going away. So I'll have more sort of like free time, I guess, with the schedule because we're going to have a bit of a whatever schedule. So I don't even know what type of dance it is. All I know is that it's out there and I should do it. So that is one that I'm planning on doing. And then the last one is lock in the new Value for Value routine. So I talked about the Value for Value podcast. If you listen to our episode that is coming out next Friday, you'll notice that I've already had a delay of that once. I was meant to do one today, or I had semi-planned in my own head to do one, and just too busy, too much stuff got in the way. Busy hosky. So I'm now saying, all right, I got to lock in that routine. So start doing it. Probably every Saturday midday-ish is my plan, but we'll have a see.
Okay.
So those are the 8 goals that I have for
May
for May 2022. Did you do anything fitness-wise that you're particularly proud of this month that you thought was is worth noting or anything like that? I'll bring up the fitness challenge. I don't believe I got any points from this month. Let me just check in. The 4th, not particularly. I've been sort of in a mood where I have been so consistent. I haven't missed a workout since January. So obviously I've done every single workout I said I would do this month, and they've been pretty good, man. I haven't. There's probably only twice where I've screwed it up myself by drinking the night beforehand or something like that. So probably only 2 workouts, which was suboptimal.
Yep.
Just been grinding away, mixture of handstands and a mixture of calisthenic stuff. So push-ups, pull-ups, all those fun things. And will I get points next month? I have a feeling I might have another dry month or 2, but I'm putting in the work to hopefully just have a bonanza closer to the end of the year.
Through.
So we'll see. But there are like a bunch of things which I know I could get right now. So I believe I could get the ring muscle ups and the strict muscle ups those ones are close. It depends what you define by strict.
True,
like if I kip with my hips a little bit, is that strict? I'm not sure. I'd have to really think about that. And then all of the wall flag, box flag type ones, I'm pretty sure I could do those now. But yeah, that's the fitness goals as well. So nothing to speak of there.
Good. So this sounds like May's going to be, well, I've got less goals for sure, but obviously because I'm going to be away for a majority of it, which will be nice. And I think a lot of those are focused in on while I'm overseas, which will be good. Because I haven't had a month in a similar way where it's like way less goals. It's always been like at least lots of things going on. So it's been nice to like pull back and be like, okay, cool. I can just, that's the focus. It's almost like it is going to be a very relaxing month.
It's following my lead from last month, people.
Exactly.
That's what he's
following the lead. So, but I will try not fill it up with smash cards and Agaria.
Or painting your brother's house.
Yeah,
or sister's house.
Exactly. Although she's painting the house right now.
Oh, really?
And she's painting the house right now.
Happen.
Working 40+ hour weeks, studying 20 hours.
Your sister's a beast, man.
Jeez, I don't know. I'm genuinely, if someone from my family's on this or listens to this, I think she's averaging like 4.9 hours sleep, something like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. And still like just powering through.
Yeah.
Beasts in the Granadas family. All right, that's it. Me and Mortal's going to leave it there. Of course, we're a Valley for Valley. If you found any value from this, if you want to share with us, potentially, what are your monthly goals, annual goals, how we do monthly goals, anything like that. There's lots of podcasts where we talked about it, obviously, but you can send through a Boostergram through to us if you want to play along, see what it's like, ask a question, make a comment. Of course, you can make comments everywhere else, like we're doing right now on live if you got the chance to jump in. But take a look. Obviously, we just talked about Valley for Valley. So if you don't actually know anything, I might recommend you go listen to the Valley for Valley podcasts that have been around and be on the lookout for the new ones that are going to come.
For sure. That's it.
Me and more lads. That's it. One out.
Current out.
Good.
Booyah. Good. All right. Thank you for how many streams? 3. That's all right.
That's right.
And one of them's me, so
nice.
Thank you for the 2 other people who joined in. Much appreciated. And these ones pretty short, so we won't be hanging around. But one coming up tomorrow evening, roughly this time, an hour later. So
correct.
Join in for that one, please, people. We do enjoy it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. One of the things I was going to say was, I noticed